What's up, guys? It's Captain Jason here with Ali-Kat Sportfishing. I'm going to give you all a walkthrough of our newest offshore boat. It's a 28-foot Twin Vee. It's called the 280 GFX. This is actually taking the place of our 31, which was the 310 GF. And this is our third Twin Vee in 3 years. They truly are awesome boats. And so I feel like I am pretty knowledgeable about these boats. If anybody has any questions, just feel free to reach out and ask them. I'm going to point out how we laid this boat out, because we tournament fish on this boat as well as mostly charter it. And I'll tell you how we laid it and why I laid it out the way I did, just to make it better for our customers and for our tournament team. All right, guys, up here, we're at the bow of the boat, obviously. The first thing you'll see is we went with this. This is the brand new, biggest Minn Kota trolling motor they make. It's the 100-inch shaft brushless motor. Performance East, who actually is our Twin Vee dealer, just installed this for us. It's the first one they've even done, so we were on back order. So this might be the first video anybody's even got one of these trolling motors on their boat yet. We mounted it here with a bracket. This came from Twin Vee to level it up, but then we went with a C-swivel, which these are really starting to become popular now, and I'll show you why we went with that. Now we can store the trolling motor at an angle here to keep it out of our customers' ways. Then we come here with it, and then you just pull it here, pull it down. Oh, I'm hung up. Okay. Pull it here, your pin locks into place, and now you deploy, and we're sitting right in between, straight off the bow, in between the two gunnels on it, right in between the two sponsons. When you're fishing, you know, that'll be fully flipped over and in the water. It won't be in anybody's way. And then when it's time to come home, pull the pin, slide it back over here, put it in here, and then all your customers can still get back in here to ride. It's pretty cool design. This boat here has all this storage up front. This is where we'll probably just put our life preservers and stuff up here to keep them out of the way. But this boat, compared to the other ones, we're just now coming down from a 31, has way more storage in it than the other ones. Super nice cushions up here. Probably too nice to be on a charter boat, but this is how they come standard. And I pulled this one off because more storage. Again, there's a lot more storage all through here than what you have on the older Twin Vees. That's ice in the bottom of this thing. Actually, I didn't realize that's how cold it is here. We're in eastern North Carolina, and it's in the 20s every night right now. The boat was fairly clean. I haven't had it on a charter yet, but we have fun fishing a little bit just to run it, just to get used to it. Tomorrow will actually be our first charter ever on it, and I'll probably take a few pictures tomorrow. Up here is a step down. I guess that's probably about a 6 or 8 inch step. All this comes standard on the Twin Vees. I guess it's C-deck or whatever it's called, I'm not sure. Another standard on all the Twin Vees now are these Coleman bolsters. They come natural, and these are amazing. The way we set this boat up is to do a lot of bottom fishing on our charters, and it hits you just right in the perfect spot. You know, some of the older ones and a lot of boats are so low in the gunnels they hit you down in the thighs or even below the knees. These are absolutely perfect. Big chase lounge up here, plenty enough room for somebody to lay out on. And then underneath here is a fish box or a cooler. I guess you could use it for whichever. Very big cooler. I mean, you could fit normal, you know, if you're catching 40 and 50 pound tuna, you could probably fit 6 or 8 of those in there. I couldn't even begin to tell you how many drinks and sandwiches. I mean, if you're running a 6-person charter with the captain and mate, there's plenty enough room for all y'all's food in there. And then bottom fishing, if you're catching regular, you know, down here we're going to be on the triggerfish and black sea bass, vermilion snappers. If you were going to use this as a fish box, an 8-man limit of all of them, as well as your limit of grouper and amberjacks, would all fit just in this box alone. Then here's the main thing. If you want to use the front as your ice box for your food and drinks, comes with side-by-side twin fish boxes in here. Both of them, I mean, you could probably fit 3 or 4 if you're talking wahoo and king mackerel. You know, I would imagine that fish box has got to be close to 6 foot long. So you can fit a lot of fish in there. Bottom fish is not going to be a problem whatsoever. All pop-up cleats around the whole boat. There's 6 around the boat. in here, now we'll store our gaffs in here. You can, it's obviously designed for rod storage. Butt of the rods will go back in there. Got storage right here. You can put your trolling weights or your downrigger weights or anything such as that. Big old center console. We went with Garmin. These are 16-inch Garmins. We went over here in case for any reason we were to lose our touchscreen. We added this so we can still use the knob and be able to get everything back. Twin Suzuki gauges. We went with JL Audio, full JL Audio system. We got the head unit here. I put 2 subs on it, and we got 6 mids on her, and we got a big old amp on the inside, so it's going to sound good. If that's very important when you're chartering. I don't know about for personal use. Up top, big electronics box. We got all of our just miscellaneous stuff up here, but Garmin VHF radio, and plenty of storage up here. I mean, we've got IGFA scales. These are all fire extinguishers and flares. That's stuff I just threw up there real quick to make this video, just to get it out of the way. Got your compass up front, standard Ritchie compass, in case you were to lose electronics. Little small glove box on every Twin Vee I've had actually has this up here, and it is perfect for your wallet, your phone, anything you want to keep dry. This has some sort of rubber on it, vinyl, and it will hold your phone and everything else, keep it from sliding. It's extremely nice. These Twin Vees now come with the full glass enclosure. These are not, this is not plastic, it's not removable. Interior lights, I mean, this thing has lights everywhere. It comes standard. Most of this stuff is standard nowadays. These lights here, we have underwater lights that came standard. Come back here up in the top. You have standard forward and aft interior lights, and then you have light bars on the forward and the aft of the boat. Powder coated rocket launcher with 6 rod holders up out of the air, which is big for us because on our old one the legs came down all the way to the ground, and we got those, the powder coating got beat up pretty bad. This one, everything's up in the air, so it's going to stay away from the, the rod butts and the gaffs, the sinkers, anything that charter customers don't really tend to pay a whole lot of attention to avoid not messing up. Huge live well. I think this is 50 gallons. It is unbelievable how big it is. I mean, you can see insulated, oval shape, extremely nice. Another standard, everything is Gemlux latches on it. Nice, plenty of storage compartments in here for tackle. You can put your knives, scales, pliers, anything you want to in here. Fully waterproof, which is the key to keeping stuff like that. Again, Gemlux, everything's Gemlux on this boat, which is just, that is the best components you can have on a boat. Over here, we have more storage in the side of the boat. Trays, just you can put on anything you want. Same thing on the other side. More tackle storage and more just storage down here for anything you need to put in there. Same thing on this side, another fish box. More rod holders and more storage in here. Gunnels all the way around. Like I said, pop-up cleats on the entire boat. The seats they've added to these boats now, you can keep them up here and drive it like a leaning post, or you can put it down, if you want to actually sit back on it. And these are LeBrock seats. I mean, just top of the line seats. Everything. Twin Vee's really gone out of their way to upgrade everything they've done to these boats. Here's one feature that I've added. Here, our local boat dealer, Performance East, came up with this. This is actually something they did. We added this handrail in here with the Kingfish mount. You can't get that straight from Twin Vee. I don't know if other dealers are doing it or not. That's another reason why you need to use Performance East, right here in Swansboro, Cedar Point, North Carolina. Gemlux, blue water outriggers. I mean, it doesn't get any easier than that. We haven't rigged them, obviously. I've actually got some 22-foot ones from my 310 I'm going to put on here, and I'm going to put these on that boat when I sell it. Antennas are up top. Obviously, we got Sirius XM and weather on here. The little hockey pucks up top. And here's another big thing. The inside of this boat, inside the center console, is huge compared to a lot of boats and compared to what it was. You see all the electronics are neatly put away. These are actually lithiums that we're running our trolling motor off of. That's the 100 amp hours, and that's our charger down there. The plug-in is on the outside. Got a small porta potty just for just to run on charters. You know, if somebody doesn't want to use the bucket or go off the side, the ladies can come in here and there is plenty of room. And then you have rod holders all throughout, cup holders spread throughout. Here's something that I did personally. All of these round ones, these are Gemlux drop-in swivel rod holders with backing plates. I put one here, put one midship, and I put one in the back. We put them in the back. These are probably the most important. That's a knife that's just sticking in there. It's obviously not supposed to be. These we use when we're trolling for wahoo. These are where our planers go. Then the other two, when we're tuna fishing, you know, when we bluefin fish, or when we're marlin fishing and we get our bite, we fight our fish from the bow and go run them down the center console. It's not like the, you know, on our sport fisher, you know, we back down on everything. In the center console, we go and get them. So that's why I put those swivel rod holders up there. I lined them up personally where I could see the rod and see the belly of the line while I'm driving. That way my mate, the leader man, can get on the fish, and whoever's fighting the fish can still fight them. And I can see everything. Nothing's blocking my visibility to those rod holders. That's probably one of the most important things if you're going to, you know, if you're going to fish for those type of fish. Back here in the back, you got more more cup holders. Freshwater tanks, got a little small shower. I guess you just hose yourself down. We'll use it to clean our reels when we come in. 8 more rod holders in the back on the rocket launcher. Swim ladder. My old swim ladder on the 310 was a big, huge dive ladder, and it was nice. I mean, it was extremely nice, but it was in the way. So we only used, very rarely did we even keep it on the boat because of the way that it was in the way. This one here now stows out of the way. You have nothing to worry about. More, again, pop-up cleats all around the boat. We have jump seats installed on ours. Here's another. This is how I did it personally for the way we type of fishing we do. I got the jump seats here, and they're very easy to remove. Now they have pins that lock in place. I obviously didn't have that in. When we get to fishing or when we're trolling, those will go up there in the center console. Here's your here's your raw water wash down. But the way we did it, we put these doors on here on the inside. This is how you get into the bilge. She's kind of nasty because we've been installing a lot of stuff inside there, but here's your bulb, fuel water separator, and all your pumps are in here. Between the two sides, you have all your pumps, your bilges, your wash downs, your live well pumps, and everything else. The reason I did that is because most of them come standard. They put the boxes back here on this big swim platform. For us, because we also king mackerel fish, I'm working with a company right now, and I'm getting some custom made roto molded live wells that we're going to put back here that are removable. And then all of our plumbing will still come in and we'll just run them right off the back. So that's going to give us 3 live wells. Whereas if we would have had the, you know, if our opening, if our door would have been back here, we couldn't get down into the bilge. So we'll have our 2 live wells back here, which will give us a total of 3, because we're in North Carolina. Down here, you know, when you're fishing, you may use 3 different types of bait for the kings, especially. We'll use pogies, menhaden or bunker, shad, whatever you call them. I don't know, you know, everybody calls them something different in each state, but we use those, and we'll use bluefish, and sometimes we'll use mullet as well. And then with these rotomoto ones that I'm having made, they also will serve as a secondary cooler. But most importantly for us, when we're marlin fishing, when we're bill fishing, they also have drain plugs in them. That's where we're going to keep our ballyhoo and our pitch baits. So our pitch bait rods will be right here in the back of these 2, and we'll have our pitch baits on inside the rotomoto cooler, staying cold, and it's ready to send it right down the middle of the boat because we're on the catamaran. And then if you have a big one out there in the back swapping from bait to bait, we'll run our pitch bait right down the middle. If he comes in on our dredges and gets stuck out here on the outside, we're right here, and then we can come right here, pitch to them out here on the outside. So just something to think about. Standard though, you're going to have your storage compartment down there. And I think that's really about it. We have twin 300 Suzuki's. I have not ran this boat enough to truly give you some performance numbers. We're still in the break-in period. I have not ran it above 3,900 RPMs yet, but at 3,900, now this is an ICW, which is extremely calm here in North Carolina, but at 3,900 RPMs, the boat was making 34 miles per hour and getting 2.2 to 2.4 miles per gallon. So it's extremely efficient. It's amazing how efficient these boats are. And I guess that's about it for this one. If you have any questions, feel free to ask them.